So this is my first time doing it, Joe and Wes, so have patience. Can y'all hear me? Yep. Okay, I guess Wes can hear me. Hey, welcome, Kevin. Let me see here. This is kind of cool. I'm doing this on my desktop, and where does it show members? Here we go. Oh, I see we got one like so far. Yeah, thank you, Joe. I was getting ready to watch one of your videos that you posted about an hour ago, and I got distracted, and then this thing popped up. I scheduled it using the scheduler, and I didn't know if it would start automatically or not, and it didn't. I guess so. Once it hit 5:30, I had to click on the little video. I'm doing it on my desktop on my PC. I don't know if that's easier versus doing it with a device like an iPad or an iPhone or something like that. I have no idea. I hear you. Hey, those who don't know, oh, I got it, Joe. Uh, Wesley is kin to me. He's my brother in real life, and I didn't know he was going to be on here. But thanks for dropping in, Wes. I appreciate it. Hey, is Angie coming to y'all's house this week? I thought she had said something to Dad about trying to come see y'all this week or next week or something. Oh, okay. So what y'all did you guys have a good Christmas? Everybody who's in here? I know I got lots of goodies. My wife and I have a system where throughout the year, generally starting about June, I will start putting back Christmas presents for each other. And y'all know that I like guns. Obviously, if you're in this channel, hopefully you'll know that. If you've seen some other videos, and so I had a small pile of guns that were waiting for me underneath the Christmas tree. I think it was, gosh, I'm wanting to say it was six total. Some of them are ones that I traded for myself, and had put back throughout the year, and a couple of them, two or three of them, ones that I bought with my Christmas funds, with my Christmas money. Oh, Wes got a lump of coal. Hey, Wes, you guys haven't even celebrated it yet, have you? I'm glad to hear that, Joe, with your mom and y'all. I know you guys have been through a lot this year. Um, Back in June of 2016, we lost Starbomb suddenly to a heart attack, and she was real big into Christmas, and so it was. Hey, welcome, Patrick. But yeah, it was that first Christmas was a pretty tough one without mom there. But oh, that's good, Wes. Are his parents feeling better? I think you said they had COVID, right? That's right, Joe. You just go on, man. That's good, Wes. That they're both negative. Good, good, good. I caught it for the first time in May of this year, COVID, and of course, I'd been vaccinated, and I think at that time I had been boosted twice actually, and it was pretty rough. Yeah, it was no fun. I was down for about, well, it was felt really bad for about 2 or 3 days, but it kind of put me down for a week for the most part. Yeah, Joe, I've heard bad things about that. Who was it? I think one of my wife's friends or something, their kids had that, and yeah, it was hit him pretty hard. I know my sister and her daughter were pretty sick there for a while. They live up in Missouri. It's no funny business, when you start getting sick like that and everything. But eat bacon. Well, you're going to go. Well, I keep on thinking today's Saturday. See, we're off this week, and hell, today's Wednesday. I'm sure you guys went. Well, I bet you didn't have your Sunday breakfast, did you? At where's that place you guys always go for breakfast every Sunday? I can't remember the name of it. Over there, just down the block from Nagasaki. Bryant's. That's it. Were they closed on Sunday, I assume? Ah, there you go. Smart thinking. Get it early. Okay, we've only got one thumbs up so far in the stream, so everybody click the little like button. And I see we just lost someone. I tell you what, Joe, that's when you lose your sense of taste. That happened to me when I had COVID. Yeah, that's no fun. And I'm a big guy, and I like my food, so it's no fun when you can't taste the food anymore. But yeah, I went to well, I was watching an interesting video last night from oh, Bojangles sounds good too, yeah. But from Such. I don't know if you ever watched Such, Joe. He has two channels, Sensible Prepper and Such OO or something. He's a gun guy, but he had a pretty good video on EDC, everyday carry stuff. So that kind of oh, beloved Lucky Strikes. um, Today I went down to the shooting range, went to a new shooting range, one I've never been to here in the Houston area. And it was pretty nice, really nice place and there. So if it was 19 bucks out the door for an hour with a target, you can keep your brass. Actually, if you want to keep your brass, what they do is they will give you brass when you leave. They'll look at how much ammo you have going in. Is it Scooch? Oh, Scotch. Scotch. But yeah, I got to try some new smaller guns that I've been wanting to try for a while. I've got a little Beretta 25 ACP for Christmas. I got another LCP 22 long rifle for Christmas. I got to try it out. That's going to be one that I think I'm going to carry quite a bit, actually. And surprisingly, it ran pretty good. I had one of those before, and it was kind of a jam-o-matic. But I've heard reports of people having them and them saying that they run flawless. And this one today, I think I probably put 80 rounds through it using three different mags, and I think I had two failure to feeds. Dog request. There's one of them. Bo, you going to say hi? Hollikins, Holly. You guys will see her come running here in just a second. Hi, Hollikins. What you doing, sweetheart? People were asking where the dogs were. Your Uncle Wes was asking. Oh, George would have so much fun playing with these guys. Wes, share this stream on your Facebook. Maybe we can get some more people in here. Yeah, you got that right, Joe. Yeah. I put and actually both malfunctions I had, I think there were three. I kept a log of it. They were all with those Federal Punch ammo, that nickel plated stuff. I ran velocitors through it. They ran fine. Stingers ran flawless. Mini mags ran fine through it. but I did have a couple of malfunctions with those punch, which is kind of disappointing because that's kind of what I was wanting to carry in it. So I'll probably start out with probably just start out with mini mags or velocitors in it. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. I think Wes, you can just copy. There should be. I don't know if I can click away from here. It should have something where you can share like the little arrow going up, and then you can copy the link. Yeah, you can copy the link in it and put it in there. But that's okay. I'm just playing around with this time or stuff like that. I'm kind of mad because man, my YouTube, I don't, I never expected to make a lot of money doing this stuff, but surprisingly, you know, probably, well, I was averaging probably close to a couple $100 a month, YouTube income, and then in November, I mean, it literally dropped in half within a matter of days, and it was a lot of channels are having the issue too, and I don't know what's going on with it. And now I'm down to like $80 a month or something like that. Yeah, Joe, I was the same way at first. Hey, this is fun and stuff like that. But then when you get a few months coming in where you're, you kind of like having that ammo money come through or something like that every month. So, yeah, I talked to my buddy Rob. I don't know if you know Rob Hamilton, Joe. If you ever go to his channel, he's got Hamilton Outdoors. He's not having the problem. He's been having some really good months the last few months, which is good for him. But I go to the support, the discussion boards and stuff like that. And man, there's a lot of people getting hit pretty hard with it. Yeah, Hamilton Outdoors. He's a good guy. He's over in Kentucky, uh, and he does a lot of gun reviews, stuff like that. He likes a lot of single action stuff at Heritage, Barkeeps, and Wranglers. But he does a lot of different gun reviews and stuff like that. And he's not like me. He actually puts out quite a few videos. Sometimes I'll go a month or two without doing anything just because I get busy. Rob sometimes, man, he'll put out 6 videos in the space of 2 hours. He'll have them all stacked up or something and schedule them all to go out and everything. Which I've got to start doing more on it, I guess, if I really want to try to, make a little bit of extra income. I'd like to start doing more. The problem is it's all about content. Yeah, I could bring back archery in the Ozarks, I guess, Wes. That would be fun. Um, some of these big channels, I mean, guys, Joe, I'm sure you know who Hickok 45 is. He's been around for a long time and he's got 7 million subs. Man, those guys have got to be making some serious bank, to put it simple, making a whole lot of money on their stuff and everything. But I'm not going to quit my day job just yet. So yeah, I think Hickok. I think he's got 7 million subs now. I believe. Such has got over 1 million in his channel. And yeah, I don't know if you know who Paul Harrell is. Paul Harrell's really good. He's kind of dry, got a real dry sense of humor. But man, he's got I don't know how many subs. I remember Paul only had like 12, 13,000 subs. That's when I started following him. And I think he's probably up to 500,000 subs now, I bet, or something, if not more. You know what? I'll check it out and see what he does, how many he's got right now. 758,000. Man, good for Paul. Wow. Let's see what Hickok. How many Hickok has got right now? 7.1 million. Man, I had. Yeah, I like a lot of the small channels too. It's pretty nice. Hey, welcome whoever just came in. I just see some come out. Let's see how. Oh, they're already out again. I was going to say I don't know how to see a participant list. There it is, right there. Okay. Well, I think I might have just screwed something up. No, I didn't. Okay. Engage with your audience. Oh, okay. I can do a poll or start a Q&A. That's pretty cool. Yeah, yeah, Joe. I like a lot of the old stuff. Old Smith and Wesson revolvers are kind of my weak point. I really do like a lot of old wheel guns, Smith and Wesson, Colt. I don't have any Colt revolvers right now. Actually, oddly enough, I've wanted to get my hands on one of the new Cobras, the 38 Special Cobra. Um, Here around Christmas. Actually, that's kind of one of the ones I was eyeballing, and I went to Collectors Firearms in here in Houston, and they advertise themselves as being the best gun store in the world. A place called Collectors Firearms. They have a website, and I didn't believe it until I went in there. And let me tell you what, very very nice gun store. No, it's a Colt, Joe, but it's actually the Cobra model, is what it is. The Colt Cobra. It's a 38 special. It was the first. It was actually, I think, the Cobra was the first. I think it was their first revolver they started making again when they started making handguns again. I think the Cobra was the first one that they brought back when they brought back the snake guns. It's a 2 inch barrel 38 6 round. Yeah, yeah, nice gun. About $750, $800 or so on Gun Broker. Yeah, I'd like to have an old one too. Uh, who wouldn't? Of course, I'd like to. Of course, everybody. I don't have any pythons. I'd love to have an old python. And I tell you, another Colt that I really like that I saw recently was I'm wanting to say maybe Hickok did a video on it. It was the 8 inch Anaconda, the 44 Magnum, the new one. And man, let me tell you, that's a nice revolver. All right, thanks, Wes. Thanks for coming by, and thanks, Patrick, too. Uh, but man, that's a nice revolver, and they're about. I priced them out at Gunbroker. I think they're about 1500 or something like that. Oh, that'd be a nice one to have too. Yeah, yeah. I'd like to find you. As a matter of fact, someone here in one of the local Houston gun groups has a police positive. It's an old Kansas. I think it says Kansas City or Kansas State Highway Patrol one, and I've been trying to work a trade with him. I haven't had any luck on it yet, but yeah, I'd like to get my hands on one of those for sure. Let me see here. Yeah, yep, Texas Border Patrol. My dad, I remember it was 1979. Um, my dad and I went to a gun show in Topeka, Kansas. That's where I grew up, was at Topeka, Kansas, and Dad bought a Colt Trooper 3 6 inch barrel 357 at that gun show. I remember he really wanted that revolver, and we actually left the gun show and they stamped our hands so we can come back in. And Dad went out in the truck and counted his money out in the truck to see if he had enough money for it. And we turned around and went back into the gun show, and he bought that Colt. And he still has it, and that's I've tried to trade him out of it numerous times and stuff like that. But he says that when he's gone, is what he always says. You'll get that one when I'm gone, or something like that. It's actually the only handgun he has left. Dad used to be a pretty big gun guy, and I grew up with guns, like a lot of people. I got my first. I guess my first gun was a old Steven single shot 410. Let me think here. That would have been 1976, 75, 76. I was in kindergarten, first grade when I got it, and I remember that I had to. Anytime I shot that 410, I had to have Dad cock it for me because the hammer was so stiff on it. My fingers weren't strong enough to cock it. But yeah, and then my next one would be a little 22, one of those Browning takedown 22s. What is it, SR 22? And I got that one when I was probably 8 or 9, and of course that would have been the late 70s. And gosh, I had that gun up until just a matter of 6 or 7 years ago. I had one of my dogs actually got sick, and we had to raise some funds for emergency vet bill. So that was one of the ones that went to the chopping block. It's all right though. I'll get my hands on one again, one of those Belgian made ones. But two people, 4 likes. I'll take it. I'll take it. Hey Joe, what size of T-shirt do you wear? I forgot to get that from you in that email. Oh, I hope I didn't screw something up. A 5XL. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to get one of those. Yeah. I go to this place here in Houston and they have yeah, I wear like a 3X, sometimes a 4X myself. It depends on what brand it is. Uh you shrank some. Okay. I can do a hat too. I'm gonna try to. I've been trying to find some good hats, and I'd like to get me a hat. I've got a huge head, and I've always had a problem finding ball caps. Like this that fit me decent. They'll have like the little universal one size fits all, or the little plastic things with the holes in it. Never had it. Always would have a hard time finding a hat that would fit until about a month ago. Um, I found a hat stretcher on Amazon. Real simple little wooden device, two curved wooden blocks, and then there's a piece of all thread in the middle that you can tighten and it expands it. And man, let me tell you what, all the hats I've had around the house that were always just a little bit too small or whatever to fit right, I would adjust them down the back and put them in that stretcher and spray it down with some water. And that thing works miracles. Now every hat I have now fits my head good finally, with plenty of slack left, like the ones with the little snaps. I've got where I can put like 3 or 4 snaps, so just having it hinged on one snap right at the tail end. So yeah, I'll get you something out, Joe. We'll get you something out. My wife has got a she's got an amazing craft room, and she's super talented. She does all this. Well, she did my t-shirts for me when I had some shirts done. She helped me design the logo. She's got all these not really screen printing, but it's basically like an iron on. She has a machine that cuts the sizes and everything. And then she has these little heat presses and everything that we go through. So yeah, we'll get you something going out for sure, man. But yeah, well, it doesn't look like we're gonna have 100 people viewing. So 23 minutes into it, and it's just you and I. So I think let's just wind this thing up. I think I'm gonna go get me a plate of leftover turkey from Christmas dinner and probably sit down and watch some YouTube videos. So just find a way to kill the evening. So thanks for coming by, Joe. And hey, and thank you all. You've been a big fan of my channel for a long time. Yeah, I appreciate, all the comments you do and everything like that. And yeah, I hope if I don't talk to you again before the new year, I hope you and your family, I hope you and your mama, you guys have a really good new year. Okay. All right, bud. We'll holler at you later on.